Abertawe yn fôr o goch a gwyrdd heddiw. Mae'n ddiwrnod enfawr yn y calendar chwaraeon. Diwrnod Varsity Cymru. Mae Prifysgol Abertawe yn croesawu myfyrwyr Prifysgol Caerdydd yma i stadiwm Swansea.com. Croeso i Varsity 2024. Chydig dros chwarter canrif yn ôl, fe nath tîm rygbi dynion Prifysgol Abertawe a Chaerdydd gyfarfod ar barc yr RYGBI a fi'n ddechrau ar y Varsity Gymreig, sy'n bellach wedi tyfu i fod y gystadleuaeth aml chwaraeon fwyaf i fyfyrwyr yn y Deyrnas Unedig. Ac heb os, mae rygbi yn flaenllaw iawn. Nes ymlaen, fe fydd y dynion yn cyfarfod am y 6ed tro ar 20 yn y Varsity, ond yn gyntaf y menywod a'i ben yma yn Abertawe gyda balchder rhynggolegol yn y fantol.
Yeah, look, there's no denying that people want to win these games, and I'm sure Cardiff do too. No doubt about that. But for us, it's more about putting a performance in that we can look back on and be really pleased with and proud of, and to send everyone on their way onto new pastures.
Caerdydd sydd wedi ennill y 2 gêm ddwytha yn chwalu Abertawe yn gyffyrddus. Sgorio 18 cais mewn 2 gêm yn dipyn o gamp.
Cardiff yn codi tlws y Varsity unwaith yn rhagor.
Just to win it again this year is obviously the focus for these girls. And yeah, obviously then just keep that pressure on Swansea every year, I suppose, yeah.
Ond mae gan y tîm cartre record falch yn y gystadleuaeth gyda hat-trick o fuddugoliaethau dros fenywod Caerdydd rhwng 2017 a 2019.
Last year when we played in Cardiff Arms Park, it was quite hostile. I think that played a big factor in the first 10-15 minutes of our game. This season, hopefully, they're spurring us on and it's loud in our favour, and that helps to get the girls fired up to go from minute 1.
They've had some really good results since Christmas. A couple of good away wins. So yeah, so we're anticipating a really physically challenging, competitive game.
Menywod Abertawe yn erbyn menywod Caerdydd yn y Varsity Cymru 2024 sy'n gwyno ni ar eich cyfer chi yn fyw o stadiwm Swansea.com. Helo, croeso ato ni yn yr heilwen yma yn y Swansea.com. Gledd o rygbi o'n blaen ni gobeithio, a dwi'n cael cwmni cyn Capten Cymru, Siwan Lillycrop, a 2 cyn-faswr, Elen Ysnowsil a Rhys Priestlyn. Pnawn da i chi'ch 3. Rhys, mae gema Derby wastad yn emosiynol, mae yna rhyw space ychwanegol yn nhw, sut fydd yr tîm yma'n teimlo?
Dim ond mwy lefel chi'n chwarae yno, mae'r gemau Derby yn meddwl gymaint yn Gymru. Ond mae'n fwy na just gêm, mae'n achlysur enfawr i'r myfyrwyr hyn sy'n chwarae heddi, a i pawb sy'n gysylltiedig gyda'r 2 brifysgol, mae'n meddwl popeth, felly fi'n edrych fawr eich mlaen yn gyfer heddi. Ia,
mae'n mynd i fod yn 2 gêm wych gobeithio. Sut fydd Caerdydd wedi paratoi at hon, Elenor?
Wel, mae Caerdydd wedi bod yn chwarae'n uwch gyngrau'r y prifysgolion tymor yma, felly maen nhw wedi bod yn cystadlu yn erbyn tîmoedd gorau ym Mhrydain, felly bydden nhw'n teimlo'n parod iawn ar gyfer y gêm yma.
Ia, Siwan, be amdan Abertawe ta? Os na ryw deimlad o ddim byd i golli?
Ie, falle, ond maen nhw yn chwarae yn y gyngrau o dan Caerdydd, ond maen nhw'n gwneud yn lot gwell blwyddyn yma o nhw tymor diwethaf, ond mae'n achlysur arbennig o dda, ac unrhyw beth digwydd heno, gyda'r crowd bydd yma heno, mae'n cyffroes iawn, mae cyfle i'r chwaraewyr fynd allan amdani yn Swansea.com ac enjoyo'r heno.
Ia, mae'r amoda berffaith ydy rhyw wynt ysgafn, dwi'n siŵr bod nhw'n edrych ymlaen. Dewch chi ni glywed ganddyn nhw rwan, mae Owain Gwynedd i fod yn sgwrsio efo'r capteiniaid.
Ie, dyma ni ystafell newid Prifysgol Abertawe. Meg Fisher ydy'r capten heddiw. Meg, tell me, travelling into the stadium today, into this changing room, what's the feeling like?
Yeah, it's awfully, there's definitely a buzz about the place. Everyone's really excited. Just excited to get out on the pitch and see what we've got to offer today, and then see what we can do on the field.
Yeah, put into context to me, how massive is this game, especially considering it was a heavy defeat last year?
Yeah, obviously like last year it didn't go our way, but we're really excited today to show what we've built on over the whole season, and hopefully we'll give Cardiff a good challenge this year.
Yeah, 11 out of 15 the starting 15 played last year. How important is that experience going to be?
Yeah, obviously really helps with nerves, and everyone's a little bit more experienced, so less nervous on the pitch the first time. Hopefully we can take what we learnt from last year and just use that today.
Well, Meg, go well, pob luck.
Diolch yn fawr.
Zoe, how does it feel to be back in the team in the Varsity for Cardiff?
I mean, we're all so excited. We've been building to this day all year. It's a mega day. Great day to be Cardiff.
Yeah, how much pressure is on the team this year, considering a big win last year? You're playing in a league above. Is there an expectation on you this year?
I don't know about pressure, but I think that people will be watching. We're in a really high-performing league now, so yeah, the eyes will be on us. We've worked really hard all season, come off the back of a difficult season, but that development has been key for us, and I think it's really going to show today.
Yeah, because you feel like experience in the team of the girls who played last year, maybe a few new faces in the team, kind of what have you been saying to try and help them settle into what is going to be a nervous day?
I mean, I haven't really needed to say anything to the freshers that we've had in this year. We've had a class bunch. I think it's the best freshers that Cardiff have ever seen. They'll probably love hearing that now. But yeah, I haven't needed to say anything. I'm really confident in them, and they should be in themselves as well.
Well, Zoe, all the best today. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Y rygbi yn sicr ydi prif atyniad y Varsity, ond mae myfyrwyr Abertawe a Chaerdydd wedi bod yn herio'i gilydd drwy'r wythnos mewn amrywiaeth eang o gampa gwahanol, gyda phob gêm a phob canlyniad yn holl bwysig i benderfynu pa brifysgol fydd yn ennill tarian y Varsity Cymru 2024. Ia, mae'n dipyn o ddiwrnod a mae'n fraint cael bod yma dod ar cyffro i chi. Siwan, pwy sy'n mynd i fynd ar gêm gyntaf rygbi o'r pnawn ta? Abertawe neu Caerdydd?
Fi'n credu fydd Caerdydd yn cael y hen o yn y gêm ferched, ond fi'n gobeithio bod Abertawe wedi datblygu ers blwyddyn diwetha.
Ia, gêm gystadleuol, gobeithio. Elinor, be amdana ti? Pwy ti'n mynd i ddewis?
Wel, fel merch o Gaerdydd, fi'n mynd i weid Caerdydd, ond i'n meddwl fel merch o Abertawe, falle beth y Siwan yn gweud nhw, ond na, Caerdydd o fi.
A Rhys, ti wedi bod i'r ddwy brifysgol, felly pwy ti'n mynd i ddewis?
Wel, nes i graddio Abertawe, so gobeithio Abertawe.
Dyna ni, Abertawe i Rhys. Gawn ni weld pa un o'n tîm ni fan hyn fydd yn gywir. Mae'n amser i ni fynd i'r pwynt sylwebu. Mae Elinor yn mynd i fynd i fyny yna i ymuno ac Owain Gwynedd.
Cardiff Davies, chwarae mewnwr i Prifysgol Abertawe. Fy arwr yw Ciro Bevan, chwarae Cymru, a fy uchelgais yw ennill Varsity a chwarae Gymru yn ddiwrnod.
Emily Hay, 12 for Cardiff Uni. My rugby hero is Ellie Kildan and my aspiration is to win the Varsity.
Going head to head. But the rugby is always the... In the Women's National League this season, the highest standard of university women's rugby. Swansea, tough year last year. They have been building and building and building and winning and improving, and unlike previous seasons where this would be the third time the teams have met, It is the first time. They've been eyeing this up all season. For some, it's their first taste. For others, it is the end of a journey in red and black or in green and white. A special day and a special moment for these players. Zoe Dare, the captain. Our referee in charge, Amber Stamp. She's recently been in charge at the Under-18 Six Nations Festival, which once the game kicked off will give us a lovely link into Siwan Lillicrap, the Under-18s captain. Sorry, Under-18s coach, should I say. She was Under-18s captain a long time ago. It's Swansea, the green and white army, with a splash of pink for Varsity. It's Cardiff, all in red. It's the Welsh Varsity 2024, live from the Swansea.com stadium. The warmest of welcomes wherever you're joining us from for this one around the world. Amber Stamp blows the whistle. Swansea get us underway, and it'll be Cardiff with the first carry. That's Lily Jones wearing 7. Flanking today, she started at full-back in last year's game. Told the coaches she wanted to be more involved. You don't get a lot more involved than an open side flanker. That's Eva Lewis at outside half. First touch for her, and a first line break for Eleanor Hing. Eleanor Hing around the outside. The offload is good. Carolina Thomas is brought down, and Cardiff immediately cutting loose in the Swansea 22. That's Hay in a first receiver. Crashing forward goes Claudia Harrison. On the loose head today. She was on the tight head this time last year. Huge opportunity early on for Cardiff, but that ball goes forward. We'll have our first set piece, and we'll say hello to Siwan Lillicrap, who is not the Under-18s captain. How are you, Shu?
I wish I was that young again, Dave. I would love to be Under-18s captain. No, I had the privilege of working with the 18s, but Eleanor Hing has actually been involved with the person we see on our screens now, making a line break for Cardiff in the first phase of play this afternoon in the pathway. Under 20s or extended under 20 squad at the moment. She's an exceptional talent. We've seen her feature in Celtic Challenge this year, Dave, or the Brython Thunder side. And she's a dangerous force for this Cardiff side this afternoon. But really impressed with the cover tackle from Nikki Harris from Swansea, because Eleanor Hing is pretty fast.
Certainly is. Well, Nikki Harris, we're talking about two players at very different ends of their university journey. Nikki Harris, it's her first varsity. Eleanor Hing, it's her third. She played 12 out of necessity last year, but they often use her as a second ball player, but she has got wheels, and that is a warning sign for Swansea early on.
Yeah, she's got wheels, but what I love about Eleanor as well is her hunger and work rate. You know, if anything comes through, makes a line break, she's always the first person chasing back. All the things that take no talent, that's exactly what Eleanor Hing does. So I've been super impressed in seeing how she's performed this year for Cardiff University. And, you know, they've got promoted last year up to the National League. And how she's performed for Cardiff in that league has been pretty exceptional.
First scrum, front row, Evans, Kuhl and Chumley for Swansea. And for Cardiff, Harrison, Guy and Bateman. That's a good early scrum from Swansea, and it'll be the clearance kick from Izzy Evans. Up to halfway. And another chance for Cardiff to attack from deep. They've already shown they're not shy to. That's Sturzaker. Just losing her bearings, which in a stadium like this, in an arena like this, quite easy to do. It's very different to what they'll be used to on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. What an opportunity for these girls to play in a stadium like this. Swansea.com, very big, lots of noise here this afternoon for these sides. So yeah, it's quite easy to get caught up in the moment and lose your bearings, like you said, Dave.
Amy Kuhl is the hooker today. She's another of the players who's been involved in the Celtic Challenge for Swansea. Something that they're particularly proud of. 4 players. And then Meg Fisher has been involved with the Wales 20s too. They have come a long way in 12 months at this Swansea team. Here they are with their first real touch of the ball. That's Morgan Meredith with an excellent carry from 6. She switched flanks from last year where she played at 7. And here is Kuhl. Back inside. Gabby Della Savina making the tackle on her. It's Cara Davis. She was down early on. Back on her feet. Une Charlton Harrison. Got locked forward today. She's another one who was involved last year. She moved up from the back row into lock.
Back. Advantage.
Advantage for Swansea, and it's just as well because that's been picked off.
Red 10. Offside here.
And that's Eva Lewis, offside 10 for Cardiff.
Yeah, Eva Lewis was well offside there, wasn't she? Well in front of the back foot of the breakdown. Substitution? You could hear the referee Amber saying offside. You can see there she's about a foot offside. Advantage being played. Ellie Tromans with the intercept, but unfortunate for her teammate. Offside to back for a penalty for Swansea.
Does she set the front of the lineup?
4 minutes in. Swansea have done quite well to retain possession.
What are you doing?
Well, they're staying hydrated, which is very important on a long day like today.
Very important. I wouldn't expect anything else from Varsity Day from knowing when I was a student there, the good time that these people have on a day like today. What an occasion for spectators and players.
Well, you've been involved on a few occasions, haven't you, as a student yourself, but also as director of rugby for Swansea as well, and now here as a commentator, as unfortunately for Swansea they're having to make an early change. Beth Rawlins is coming on into the front row. So Beth Rawlins, her first varsity, Staffordshire County player, paramedic scientist. She'll have been looking forward to today, but obviously not at the expense of a teammate who's had to go off injured.
Yeah, it's always a shame, isn't it? So early on in the game, no one wants to start the game in that fashion. But hopefully she's okay and nothing too serious. They seem to jog off, Dave, so hopefully it's nothing too bad.
Yeah, perfect. So it's a Swansea ball. Make sure you're speaking to me, please.
I think Swansea have got away with one here because the penalty.
Touch, Craig. That's why you gave it.
Yes, I agree with Amber Stapp there. I thought that had happened too. But no, the ball was already in touch, and that is
lucky escape.
Indeed. Well, that half of the pitch bathed in sunshine at the moment, and Cardiff have made the turnover. That's Gabby Della Savina. And Cardiff can build again. Plenty of traffic there. Harris Stevens lock forward making the tackle, and now Eva Lewis. Going to put a bit of width on this. Tromans, vice-captain today. That's Thomas off her wing. And Hing, it's absolutely ended. She's up. And already, Nikki Harris against Eleanor Hing, 15 on 15. I like that lineup.
Yeah, she's making herself heard, isn't she, Nikki Harris? Great start for the fullback, couple of big shots and a quality player. Cardiff Uni, though, got a lot of space out wide, but they're looking to take the contact first. I'd like to see them maybe move that ball into space early, because it's a big pitch, David. If we want to see the ball in wingers' hands today to see what they can do. Look how tight the Swansea attacking line is here.
Yeah,
interested to see what they do here.
The four of them are literally shoulder to shoulder. Cardiff off, they pinched it and then knocked it on. So yeah, Nikki Harris. She's come in with no rugby experience. I spoke to Nick White about her and he just said, what a find. Because she had sporting background but not rugby background. He said she's been incredibly coachable, fearless. I think we've seen that in these first 6 or 7 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we got a bit of a nervy start as well. A few knock-ons from this Cardiff side.
They're putting the squeeze on at the scrum. It is. Ooh, it's gone Swansea's way. That looked particularly painful for that Swansea front row. Martha Harris on the loose head side.
Yeah, scrum didn't look nice when he went down there, Dave. I always hate the scrum going down, but that collapsed pretty heavy and hard then.
A little bit easier for you because you were at number 8, weren't you? You could just peel backwards, but that fold there between the props and the second rows.
Yeah, it's not nice. No one truly ever knows. Well, I don't know what truly ever goes on in that front row. It's a tough place to talk about. I think only props and hookers know the true dark arts of that game.
Amy Q. That one off the top. It's a good take at the back by Meredith. Wasn't expecting that ball. Again, Cardiff really testing that offside line. And Della Savina again up off the line. Back the other way goes Swansea. That's Q. They should get it to the edge, not this time. Whether these opening few minutes have been played in this middle third. One early chance for Eleanor Hing. But other than that, it's been a bit of an arm wrestle.
Red's good.
More good line speed. This time Daisy Bateman leads it. Cardiff prop. Tomlin, one more. It's better footwork, getting past the first defender. Then Hay sniffing around the turnover. Interesting to see Meg Bates wearing 7, the full-back last year, who told the coaches that she wanted to be more involved, filling in at scrum half, and Cara Davis is committed as well. So it's snuck forward. Referee says yes. Not a lot of penetration from Swansea there.
No, not a lot of penetration. More go forward. Most of this game, most of this first 9 minutes have played in Swansea's half, between the 22 and halfway. Very lateral, skill execution there. Bit more go forward, bit more moving on to the ball, becoming a bit more of a threat. That's what we want to see from this Swansea side. Cardiff looking a little bit sketchy with ball in hand. I think nerves today have got the better of them.
The Swansea men's team have just arrived. That game kicks off at 6:30 local time. I say local time because I know we've got a global audience. That's in about 2 hours and 20 minutes. Swansea and Cardiff had really interesting seasons. Big turnaround for Swansea. Start of the league season was tough, but they had a massive victory against Durham down at St Helens, then beat Newcastle to stay in Bucks Super Rugby, which is massive, not just for them, but also for the wider landscape of Welsh rugby as well. So riding on that kind of positive energy, then that men's game could be a real humdinger later on. So do stick with us for that too. We're coming up to 10 minutes in. Still Swansea 0, Cardiff 0. Cardiff scrum. Lucy Senak with the advantage, with the gloves as well, which you don't see very often these days. Oh, lovely line. Tromans! Ellie Tromans! Inside, outside, quick enough. Quality try from Ellie Tromans. Sensational line, sensational finish. And Cardiff are off the mark.
She's a good player, isn't she, Ellie Tromans? probably been Cardiff's star player this year. Fortunate enough to work with Ellie in the pathway at under-20s last year out in Canada. Nice little dummy inside. And then a little pump to Tromans. Good dummy from Emily. And Ellie, of course, is going to take that opportunity. She's an exceptional player, dangerous with ball in hand. Had a lot of work to do to finish that, but beat Nikki Harris, backed her pace on the outside to get over the whitewash.
Well, she scored 3/4 of Cardiff's tries this season. Of course, we've mentioned them stepping up to that top level with the likes of Hartbury and Loughborough and Exeter. Cardiff met Durham, Edinburgh in that league as well. It's been a tough start to life at the top, but she has really risen to that standard of rugby.
Yeah, spot on, Dave. And, you know, I mentioned briefly she was involved with us as under-20s last year out in Canada, played against USA and Canada as part of a summer series, and probably was one of the highlights of that tour with her attacking capabilities, but also defensively. It was a good experience for Ellie there, and I think she's carried that experience through to this Cardiff side. See that little dummy inside, good line. And then backs her pace, that outward arc then to get on the outside of Nikki Harris from Swansea. Takes her opportunity very well.
Swansea 0, Cardiff 7. Be frustrating for Swansea given the amount of ball they've had, but a real warning sign that they cannot cough up possession in their half because they will be punished. We've had one warning shot from Eleanor Hing, and then Ellie Tromans decided it was time they got some points on the board. And Swansea go deep with the restart. They're going to make Cardiff exit here. Oh, they're going to run the ball. There could be numbers here. It's a good tackle by Rasheen Webb on Lily Jones. And then carried back in by Della Savina, who's had a really good start to the game. That's Liv Price. And Lewis again looking for that pump. Zoe Dare. Swansea just off their feet at the breakdown, looking for that turnover. Now they feed the speed once more, and there's plenty of it on the edge, and there's power too. Carolina Thomas, PhD student, veteran of Varsities. Difficult to know exactly how many she's played in, but it's at least 4. And she's scored in all of them.
Pretty good statistics,
yeah.
that.
She scored some beauties at the Arms Park last season as well. Right, Cardiff are away. Eva Lewis looking to inject some pace, but not doing it from the mark. So Amber Stamp calls them back.
She was behind Amber's back there. The referee's back, wasn't she? They were playing. They had an opportunity on the edge, but Amber didn't see the tap, so brought them back for the penalty. And Tromans bringing a kicking game into this side today as well.
Whatever we're doing,
Look,
yeah, over here,
change their mind, looking like they're going for the tap.
Well, keep it alive. They like to play with tempo. It's Cleo Turley now. Lewis. Another good tackle by Rasheen Webb. She's been busy, but it does leave some space on the edge here for Cardiff. Lovely pass to Sturziker. Sturziker gets round Kuehl and gets Cardiff's second try. Ooh, and that might be something that Amber Stamp looks at.
Well taken try there by Cardiff. Great cut back infield from the edge there, really close to touch. Here we see it. Good hands by Cardiff. Ellie Tromans drawing a player. A great cut back inside for Jacqueline to take that opportunity, executing on an edge. And looking dangerous in the wide channels is this Cardiff side.
Wondered whether or not Amber Stamp might have had a little look at the contact after the ball was grounded.
Yeah, I thought she might. Emotions will be high today, Dave. A lot of these players lost opportunity to play for their university, lost opportunity to play with their best friends, and in front of their peers as well.
But cast your mind back to when you were director of rugby at Swansea then. How did you manage that emotion leading up to Varsity then? Because it's different, isn't it? If you play for your amateur club, your professional club, or whatever, you never really have that end point unless you retire or you're going to move clubs. Whereas this, for some of these players, they might go on to play Small Celtic Challenge or for Wales or for clubs or PWR. For others, this might not be the last game of rugby they play, which is astonishing.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for them, isn't it? And, you know, managing that, they just would get the students excited for the opportunity that's ahead of them. You know, not all, even pro players, would manage to play in front of a crowd that's going to be here this evening. So that opportunity that these girls have got today, not many players get that chance to play in a stadium like this in front of so many people.
Well, beforehand, I spoke to Nick White just before kick-off, who's coaching this group, and he says very strange for him because he's coaching Ospreys now, Ospreys youth, and this group as well, and he's going to be at Aberafan next year. But he's like, I never got the opportunity to play somewhere, and he just hopes that the players realise what an opportunity it is that they've got here today.
Yeah, I hope so too. It's a huge opportunity, you know, and it's an exciting opportunity, and you know, I hope that whatever their paths go next, that they take this opportunity and what they've experienced through.
Anna Stoll takes the opportunity into the 22. Anna Stoll is away, and Swansea strikes straight back. What a score by Anna Stoll! Fantastic line, and what a finish!
Fair play, what a great try. Well done, Anna. Well, took that try really well, had loads of defenders to beat, but worked really hard through that tackle and back to pace to finish that try. Here we see Swansea in that flat floor. No one knows which player's going to hit, but beats the centre and beats Elna Hing, the full-back. Beats Emily Hay and then Hing, but Anna does exceptionally well there, using her power and pace to break that Cardiff defensive line.
Well, she's one of the players that really brings experience to this back line. She played on the wing last season. She's moved in, been a real defensive organiser. And Meg Fisher splits the uprights. Goal kicking number 8. We love to see it.
Yeah, we do. She's kicking out of hand, kicking the post as Meg Fisher. She's doing a bit of everything for the Swansea side this afternoon. But here we see the try again. Anna runs hard, runs fast, uses her footwork, bends Elna Hing, and takes her try exceptionally well. Anna, actually, when I was in Swansea University, she was a first-year student before I left, and she showed exceptional prospects of talent then, and I know she works exceptionally hard and took her opportunity very well. Here she goes again.
Qualified ski instructor, which might explain the balance. Certainly slalomed through that Cardiff defence then. Oh, the turnover's good on the floor though. Zoe Dare in at scrum half, and here's Harrison. Tips that on. Good handling between the front rowers. And that sting Cardiff into action. Nice work by Lewis. Lewis tiptoeing through the defence and up over halfway. Oh, and there's a turnover by Karis Stevens. Jackal machines on both sides of the ball. 20 minutes gone. This is a really good contest.
Hold in front.
Evans straight at Hing. Quite diminutive. It bounces over her head, but she'll back herself pace-wise. Gets around Christie, and Eleanor Hing is on the move, running down a cul-de-sac. Oh, what a tackle! Absolutely outstanding. Harris again.
Great shot. What a shot. Stopped Hing in her tracks then, didn't she? You see Hing attacking from a loose kick here, back in her pace, getting on the outside of all those Swansea players. And then watch Harris come into our screens. Boom. Great shot. Technically really good. Dips at the right time there. Does Harris. Gets in front of her, look. Body in front, dips at the right time. It's a great technical shot there by Harris.
Eleanor Hing just checking all her ribs are still there, but another warning sign for Swansea if they get a kick do not kick it directly to the Cardiff 15. It's a high tackle. But a few infringements that they'll probably be frustrated with in key areas of the pitch. It's charged down. Good pressure by Zoe Dare. It's going back to the under-18s, Siwan. We were coaching at the festival.
Yeah, mae Owen Smith, hyffordd o'r Caerdydd yn cadw cwmni fi. Owen, your thoughts on the first half so far?
Yeah, obviously a really competitive game is what we expected from Swansea, certainly, you know, competing at the breakdown. For us, I think we just rushed things a little bit. Again, just haven't got the composure that we need. Put a few balls down that we normally wouldn't. But hopefully we'll grow into the game, just keep our shape a bit more.
Yeah, it took a bit of time to get on the scoreboard. Do you think the occasion maybe played a part in that and they've settled since then?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, a lovely stadium to play in, but yeah, it makes a difference. You know, a new experience for lots of them, so yeah.
Good luck for the rest of the game, thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, it was great to hear from Owen Smith, not just involved with these young players at Cardiff, but also big coach on the Welsh touch rugby scene as well, just constantly doing so much work to make sure people enjoy their rugby, whatever level it is. And he's done a really good job with this Cardiff team, helping them to get promoted and then putting on a good show here at Swansea.com. But what I wanted to talk to you before that about was the high tackle, because there were quite a few in the under-18s, and that must be something you're working on a lot to make sure that the players, well, not only don't give away any penalties, but keep themselves safe as they progress through rugby.
Absolute, Dave, spot on. Obviously the new tackle, height lows, the rules that we play in Wales now in the community game are different. The rules that the under-18s played in the Six Nations, but it's surrounding that education piece, you know, and it's surrounding that them feeling technically better, more confident in their tackle abilities, and getting positionally in a good place. So, you know, that's something that takes time with the changing rules. You know, players have maybe been used to tackling a certain way or in a habit of a certain way for a certain amount of time. So it's going to take time, but player safety, like you mentioned, Dave, needs to be paramount and at the top of what we're trying to achieve.
Scrum time, 22 minutes into this first half. Swansea 7, Cardiff 12. Good contest, and Swansea deserve a lot of credit for coming back in, because historically at 12-0 down they may have folded. Here we are, solid scrum. Cara Davis can get them going. They go to the strike runner again. She's a nightmare to bring down, is Stoll. Now it's Charlton Harrison. Another one with more than one varsity experience. Emily Hay thinks she's got that, and she has. Another brilliant jackal. She's another player who came to an open training session, and the coaches were like, yes, we will have you. And a jackling ability like that, you can see why. Ooh, now, there's a hand on that. Izzy Tomlin. Amber Stamp very considerately saying that was just a knock-on.
Yeah. One hand to that maybe, Dave, but fair play, Amber, being considerate probably of the game that's today in front of us, but didn't look like she was going to catch that, did it, from the replay?
If only the referee showed Rhys Carey such consideration for Cardiff on Friday night.
Exactly. Oh, that was a tough one.
It was tough. Brilliant contest, though.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that game, actually. Been super impressed with Cardiff and the Ospreys this year, David. How they've performed and played some exciting rugby.
Well, I'm sure we'll mention the Ospreys a couple of times today, particularly with Matt Nagy and Hugh Sutton, previous players in this event, and both had fantastic games at the weekend as Cardiff go crossfield, kicking that into space. Won't quite sit up for Carolina Thomas.
Like the option, just everyone needs to be on the same page. I think the winger that end, I think it was Carolina Thomas, as you mentioned, was that drip fed in that we're going crossfield. She needs to be on her bike there, get under it, but there is lots of space in that wide channel.
And now Swansea with the ball in the Cardiff half. Again, they've got a couple of those players in midfield, Izzy Evans and Anna Stoll, the two centres, stood very close to one another. First thing they need to do is secure the ball. They haven't done that. It's been pinched by Della Savina. And in goes Senna. Tip pass. The referee says back so they can play on. Turley up to halfway. Nice ball there to Hing. Tipped on, lovely stuff for Hing. Hing finds Sturzica. Sturzica is quick enough. She's going to get her second. And Cardiff extend the lead. Brilliant timing of the pass from the turnover ball and the line out. And Cardiff lead by 10 with 15 minutes to go to half-time.
Yeah, here we see the play. Tried to tip it into space, but well gathered. Regathered of possession as the ball goes to flow. Good ball movement, getting the ball into space, really good hands. Hing, great engagement. And a great pass to the winger. But I think within that, we've seen a bit of a nasty collision.
They both stayed down, haven't they?
Yeah. Nikki Harris, I believe it is, and Hing. Big collision.
Well, we've complimented Nikki Harris and how well she's tackled, but it's incredible physicality. And if you get it slightly wrong, the bumps work both ways. In the meantime, here's Troman. She's 1 from 2 off the tee so far. 2 from 3. She's having an excellent game, and as a result, Cardiff having an excellent game. They lead by 19 points to 7.
Here we see it again. Good hands, good ball movement, getting the ball in the wide channel. Excellent timing of that pass by Hing. To Jacqueline, the winger. And a great finish, taking her opportunity.
With that, Nikki Harris still down. She's still moving. Yeah, she's swinging the arm. She wants to carry on. That's the hit. We just saw it there. There is no questioning her commitment. But it seems as though Eleanor Hing is the only player she's tackling at the moment.
No, what a battle we have of fullbacks.
But
battle of the fullbacks.
She's back on her feet, which is brilliant. Sturzica has got her second try, which is great for her. And Cardiff lead by 12, thanks to the boots of Troman. And a turnover for Swansea. Brilliant work at the breakdown. Meg Fisher. And Stevens. Oh, boom. Harrison tastes one as Stevens carries forward. Now Tomlin. And she's kicked that straight to Hing, which is a big gamble. Counter-attacking threat. Nice pass to Emily Hay. Hay feeds Thomas. Thomas back to Hay again. It's really good handling this from Cardiff. There's a little knock-on in there. Not scared to play in their own half, though, are they, Cardiff?
No, they're not afraid to move the ball. Confidence with ball in hand. We haven't seen much kicking from them. Looking to get the ball to the wide channels, keep it alive.
"12 minutes to go till half-time. Swansea put in at the scrum. Scored their first try from deep. Again, every set piece they've had a different formation of the backs, haven't they? It's not uniform at all.
Yeah, they're changing it up, aren't they? I think we see Izzy Evans standing at first receiver there with the 10. Izzy Tomlin out the back.
That's exactly what they've done. Little tip on and good tackle in the middle of the park. That's Eva Lewis trying to slow things down. She can't get this. Akara Davis makes the short pass. Another line break from Stoll. Stoll into the 22. It's Hing wrestling her to the floor. But Swansea back in the red zone, but not for long. Anna Stoll isolated. She holds on. She's so dangerous in those positions.
Yeah, she's definitely a big threat for the Swansea side, isn't she? See her again, nothing's really on, but sees a flanker in front of her. Lily Jones, I think it was, for Cardiff. Big fend, gas, makes the break. The Swansea support players have got to be quicker there. There we see the fend, the acceleration through the gap. Hing having to make that tackle. But then Swansea support players, a little bit more speed to that breakdown, making sure they keep possession. Cardiff just winning that race back. Getting over that ball. A great play. Manistole, definitely a go-to player for the Swansea side.
RYGBI with the line out. Oh, it wasn't out initially, so that's come off a Swansea leg, and that'll be Cardiff ball.
I was wondering what's going on there, Dave.
A bit chaotic.
A little bit chaotic on the edge. I thought it was out, but I don't know.
Part of the fun. The AR was down there, a lot closer than us.
Absolutely.
In fact, it was Cardiff, so it is Amy Kuehl and Swansea's ball. The line has been hit and miss. Kuehl's had to dive on that one. She's the wrong side, though. But Cardiff have got a hand on that, knocked it on. So a good attacking platform now for Carrie Stevens. They're getting good physicality in those close quarters by Cardiff. Meg Bates there in at scrum half, tipped on by Charlton Harrison. And Stoll goes again. Zoe dares over it.
That's fine, the ball's out.
Della Sabina has been a real thorn in Swansea's side around that breakdown. Charlton Harrison, she's had that ripped off her. Lily Jones. Oh, and that's out on the full. Frustrated for Cardiff, having turned that ball over. They've given it straight back to Swansea to build again.
Good rip in the tackle there by the Cardiff player. Trying to exit through a box we spoke about. We haven't seen them kick much, Dave. And then we've seen the scrum half punter exit, box exit in, but outside of her 22, straight up out, giving Swansea possession now. Just on the edge of the 22, an opportunity for Swansea here.
Kuehl to the front. Taken well, they're running out of room here, Swansea. Find the floor. Send it to the big carriers again. Une Charlton Harrison. Here's one of those. They want quick ball. You can see Carrie Stevens clapping her hands. They're desperate to get on it. Back the other way they go. Tomlin, Kuehl. Good feet by Kuehl. Excellent. Looking for the offload. Can't find it. Cardiff can't turn it over either. Martha Evans. Tackled by Turley. Change of direction. So Tomlin. Izzy Evans. Oh, that's loose ball, and that's bad news. Oh, knocked on in the tackle as Carolina Thomas thought she was in.
Cardiff looking a little bit lost here, Dave. Probably thought, based on last year, they're going to dominate maybe this game today, based on their improvements throughout the year in Bucks National League.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because they've gone up to that level and they are playing brilliant teams week in, week out. As we said, Hartbury, Loughborough, Exeter, where there are players playing on a Wednesday who might end up playing Premiership Women's Rugby on a Saturday. But as a result, you get out of the habit of winning. Last year, Cardiff couldn't stop winning. They were outstanding, and as a result, they were rewarded with promotion. Now, Swansea, they've not been playing in the Women's National League, but they've been a lot better this season. They finished third in the league, they've won some games, they've gone all the way up to Northumbria, which you can attest to is a hell of a bus trip.
It is hell of a bus
and
trip.
they've won that game. So, for Cardiff, even though they've been playing a higher level of opposition, if you're not used to winning, sometimes you can get yourself in a position and you've got to remind yourself of what it is to win and how good it feels.
Absolutely, and you know, it's a different ball game, isn't it? Playing against the teams of those standard. your Hartburys, your Exeters, your Cardiff Met of the world, but they've done really well in that league in patches, but maybe not as confident as they were last year, being undefeated.
Here's Stoll, checks back the other way, always beats the first defender. It's Emily Hay that stops her this time. Oh, Lily Jones, no clear release, so it's an advantage for Swansea, and this feels like a period where
Andrew, can you hold that
they
mark,
should
please?
get some points, or they need to get some points going into half-time. Is it here? Stoll once more onto Nikki Harris. Harris held up by Tromans. Bates. Oh, Bates right onto the shoulder. That's Rose Halstead, who's come on for Cardiff. Moved up to the front row this year. Oh, another excellent tackle. This time Beth Rawlins takes it.
Advantage.
And there is no question about the level of physicality in this game, is there? It's been outstanding.
Yeah, both teams are up for it. Points to prove, want to finish on a high. Bodies on the line. I was just about to say, it'd be interesting to see what Swansea do off this penalty. Line now probably hasn't been functioning as they would have hoped this afternoon at the moment, but they're into Cardiff's 22. An opportunity. Interesting to see what they do here. Wonder if they think about shortening their line out. Limiting Cardiff's options to get in the air, maybe.
Well, Cardiff set their defensive wall. Well, I'd imagine it's all eyes on Anna Stoll. One try already. She's got over the gain line every time she's got her hands on the ball. Oh, they've gone to the front, and Amy Kuehl, up the channel she goes. And Swansea can build in the 22, 10 metres short.
The ball's there, the ball's there.
Cara Davis. Charlton Harrison into 3 Cardiff defenders. They're trying to rip that from her again. And it's a maul. Brilliant defence from Cardiff. Can Swansea get it to the ground? They can. Excellent work, and Meg Fisher takes over. Zoe Dare tackles her. 8 on 8, captain on captain. Now Bates back inside. Price tackles. A high tackle. Gives Swansea another penalty. Oh, they've gone. Are they over? Is it down? Yes, it is! Quick thinking from the captain, and Meg Fisher closes the gap.
That's great play by Swansea. All started from the line out, from the penalty, Dave. Very clever play, going to the funny down the front. Allowing the hooker, Amy Kuehl, to have a line break. Building through the phases, then get a penalty, and we see the captain, Meg Fisher, go back. Cardiff are ready. Gets over the line and scores the try. Really smart play from the first initial penalty to the funny down the line-up that give them that opportunity 5 metres out.
Well, it's been cunning, hasn't it? Huge credit to Swansea, but Cardiff been their own worst enemy. Continual infringements, giving Swansea the field position. Fisher just hooks that one a little bit, but Swansea back to a 7-pointer. And there's your Martha Evans and Izzy Evans fan. And Meg Fisher, the skipper, gets the try. With 3 minutes to go until half-time, that turns this into a good contest.
It is a good contest. It's a one-score game. It's nearly half-time. Based on last year's results and what league Cardiff are playing in, I'm sure people at home would have thought this might have been a different story. But some Swansea players, like this girl here, are really standing up this afternoon.
It's a good offload by Stoll. And then Webb, seen him mostly in defensive duty, carries that one in. Another carry by Une Charlton Harrison. She's been really busy for Swansea. Evie Guy gets called off it. And there's the captain, Meg Fisher, the try scorer. Again, it's the kick. Straight down the middle, straight back to Cardiff. What a take by Tromans. Football, rugby, bit of everything. And then Eva Lewis finds Caro Thomas. Oh, the turnover, outstanding. And Izzy Evans over the ball for Swansea.
Cardiff holding on there. Izzy Evans over the ball. Turnover from that loose kick from Swansea. I thought Cardiff might look a bit of a threat then. Swansea did really, really well.
Oh, well, they kept that ball in, but then it's thrown forward. Carolina Thomas. That's unlucky because she's done so much so well there. And just tossed the ball forward.
Yeah, kept the ball in and then giving Swansea a nice little attacking position now. They're inside Cardiff's half. Here we see it does really well. Whoop.
I think she actually might have had a tiptoe on the line as well.
I think so. That big toe, I think it was, Dave, on the line.
Just look at this, though. The flare of the sun on the scrum. And I'd imagine the warmth will feel pretty good on the backs of those forwards as Cardiff. Oh, go early. Other than that first scrum, where actually Swansea won the penalty, but Cardiff really physically dominated. It's been a good contest at set-piece time.
It's been really good contest, back and forth.
So Rose Halstead, she was wearing 16 for Cardiff, but they've had a bit of a switcheroo of jerseys. She's covering prop. She's a tight head. Here comes Swansea then, perhaps the last attack of the half. Cara Davis finds Meredith. Meredith into Harrison. Decent carry, so Davis can get him going again. Charlton Harrison. Oh, trying to thread that needle, but there's a Cardiff hand on it, which could well take us through to half-time. Our clock's in the red now, but Cardiff are going to want to keep playing. They know they've got the pace in Sturzica. She's on a hat-trick, gets the ball away. The tackle is very important on Tromans. Tromans thought it was early. Rasheen Webb disagreed, and Amber Stamp takes us through to half-time. Fascinating varsity contest. It was Cardiff who flew out to a lead. They led 17-7 at one point, and thanks to the captain, Meg Fisher, there's 7 points in at the half-time. It's Swansea 12, Cardiff 19.
Yeah, my captain Caerdydd yn cadw cwmni fi. And Zoe, what's your initial reaction to that first half?
I think we've definitely got a lot of takeaways and work on to look at in the changing rooms now. A couple of weak shoulders. Swansea, to be fair to them, they've capitalised on those mistakes. I'm expecting the girls to really step up for the second half and give the performance that we'll be proud of. At the moment, I think we've got work to do.
What do you need to do specifically then in this second half to make sure you get that win?
I think it's a case of really working hard to protect the ball in the breakdown. We've lost the ball quite a lot, which is slightly out of character for us. So I think it's just taking a beat, breathing and playing to our skill sets. Yeah.
I'll let you get back to the change room. Thank you. gawn ni weld. Chris, pa mor hyderus wyt ti fel Abertawe mynd I dynnu hwn yn ôl?
Wel, maen nhw wedi bod cystadleuol iawn, chymod. Fe bod Abertawe wedi performio'n gret, ond mae Caerdydd edrych bod ar Sherrydd, achos y bel gan nhw yn wedyn ymysg cefnwyr Sturs ac yn menodol, maen nhw'n edrych yn ffisigol iawn.
Do, mae wedi bod yn dipyn o gêm, dyn ni wedi cael digon o geisha. Sut wyt ti'n gweld fydd yr ail hanner mae'n mynd? Ydy Abertawe mynd I gallu daro nôl, neu ydy Caerdydd jyst yn mynd I bod chydig bach yn rhy gry?
I fi'n credu bydd Caerdydd yn bach rhy gry, mae'n edrych yn fit yn gorfforol. Edrych I ddac gyffyrddus, mae'n mor gystadleuol yn ardal y dacl. Fi'n credu bod Abertawe wedi yn dda, mae'n wedi cadw'r bel yn dda ar y cyfan, ond fi'n credu bod gormog a Caerdydd heddi. Heb law, ond mae Sowell yn anhygol I Abertawe, a fi'n credu bod gormog a Caerdydd.
Mae Caerdydd yn chwarae haen yn uwch yn Abertawe hefyd wrth gwrs, ond o ran yr achlysur, dwi'n siŵr bod y ddau dîm wrth I bodda yn chwarae yma yn Swansea.com. Ti wedi chwarae yn fan hyn, sut brofiad fydd oedden nhw?
Dim gormod o gofion da gyda fi o ar ei fan hyn, sa'n cofio ennill sawl gwaith, ond mae'n gret i'r myfyrwyr hyn, mae'r stadiwm yn anhygol, mae'r car briliant, ond mae'n dechrau llenwi nawr, a fydd hwnna'n adwyn y chlysur, achos mae'n merched yn heiddi gael y chlysur ma'n da heddi.
Ydy wir, Rhys, gawn ni glwad mwy gen ti wedi'r gêm, ond mae wedi bod yn ddiwrnod prysur yn barod do, wain.
Second half underway, Cardiff kicking off to Swansea in the sunshine. 40 minutes to try and turn this one around. Swansea 12, Cardiff 19. Really interesting first half. A lot of character shown by Swansea and some quality by Cardiff as well. There have been some half-time changes. Fionn James has come on wearing number 20 and Ella Oldfield as well. We're in 19, but she'll be the hooker on for RYGBI. Interestingly for Cardiff, they've gone for a 4-4 split on the bench today. 4 forwards, 4 backs. And Swansea, they think 22, not 23. And that's out of respect for Eve Dutton and Bella Coop, both of whom would have started today, but have both had pretty serious knee injuries that have ruled them out. So instead of bringing somebody up, they thought they'd leave the 23 jersey open. There's a nice mark of respect for those players that have made such a contribution this season. That's a loose kick to Carolina Thomas, and Thomas crashes in. Not scared of the contact zone, that's for sure. Zoe Dare. That's out there to Caddy Williams. Williams to Hay, and Hay is stood up. Plenty of changes for Cardiff at half-time then. So Caddy Williams on. She started scrum half last year. Cardiff have got a nice 9-10 policy, very continental actually. Scrum halves playing outside half and vice versa.
No, Swansea!
Good couple of early carries for Cardiff though, and some time on the ball because they didn't finish the first half particularly well. Dare in at scrum half. Halstead finds Oldfield. Oldfield is just behind Eleanor Hing. Hing could get turned over here. Spits out the side, but back Cardiff's way, and Hay strong enough to make a metre or so. 2 minutes of the second half gone. Cardiff have been on the ball the entire time. Some go forward from Lily Jones. Good body position from Meredith. And eventually she's off her feet. And off they go. Senak gets them on the move. Cardiff increasing the tempo early in the second half. Halstead. Senak and Hay. Another good tackle on Hay, that time by Stoll. Cardiff within 5 metres, first time in the half. Looking to restore that 2-score lead that they had for so much of the first half. Swansea ripped that bit illegally. No clear release. Claudia Harrison's tapped and gone. She's strong. Has she dropped it in goal? Oh no, Claudia Harrison looking to emulate Meg Fisher. She'd done all the hard work, but then knocked it on in goal.
I think I agree with that from Amber. Lost forward. Does well on the initial carry. Yeah, Amber's call is spot on there. As she's going down, she loses control of that ball.
So Swansea escape.
Yeah, good escape by Swansea then. Pressure's on from Cardiff. I'm wondering what their talk was at half-time.
That's straight down the throat of Senak. Cardiff, so many numbers out to the right. They've just got to get it there. Turley out there to Zoe Dare. Zoe Dare to Sturzica for a Varsity hat-trick.
Great hands by Cardiff there. Great finish by Sturzica. Moving the ball in space, like you said, Dave. There was lots of space out there for their execution of their catch pass, the crisp catch pass to get it out there. Sturzica takes her opportunity well. Hat-trick, like you said today. Goal line dropout. Swansea not filled the field, leaving that edge really exposed. Great catch pass, drawing defenders. Well taken try.
This last one by Zoe Dare. The
Nice
draw
ball.
and give, brilliant.
Spot on. Timing of that, wasn't it? Timing. Clinical, draws the defender. No chance of that defender bouncing out.
Joss Sturzica, in her first Varsity, has got a hat-trick in 44 minutes. What a return and what an introduction to this historic fixture. She's not made the conversion. Easy for Tromans, though. And just drifts across the face. But it's a 2-score lead for Cardiff, 12-24.
Interesting to see. Or hear what Owen said to this Cardiff side at half-time.
Nick, what was said in the changing room at half-time?
Maybe not as much
It was just mixtures of positivity, really. We felt like the last sort of part of the first half, we were gaining some momentum. We were doing some really positive things, and we just needed to keep going with those little tweaks, but nothing major. Disappointing to concede so early in the second half, if I'm honest. But look, the girls are doing amazing work, and they're giving everything in here. there's a lot of girls that are in their last time in the Swansea University jersey, so they're digging deep for each other, which is really pleasing to see. And hopefully we can stay in the fight here, because we genuinely feel like we've got a good chance at this.
Yeah, you definitely have been staying in the fight in the first half. I'm sure there were positive things as well, but maybe defence and stopping those talented backs like Cardiff have got is a main priority now.
Yeah, and look, we knew Cardiff were going to bring that. We know they're a good side, and we haven't seen them for 12 months because they got promoted, and playing in Super Bucks has obviously done them, you know, a world of favours in terms of their skill set and their development as well. So we knew they were going to be better again this year in comparison to last year, but we felt like we were also in a better place too, and we could try and match that at least. So yeah, look, we're pleased with what we're seeing. We do need to tidy up a few areas, particularly around defence, but fingers crossed the girls can dig deep again for each other here.
Thanks, Nick.
From Thomas to Hing. What a try by Cardiff University, the pick of the bunch so far. There was a midfield offload over the head. They worked it to the left. Thomas to Hing. Outstanding.
Look at the skill set here. Moving the ball. Edge to edge stuff. Ball's in front. Great cut back inside. And they're keeping the ball alive, that offload. That's when Cardiff look most dangerous, is when they keep the ball alive. Carolina Thomas does well to cut back inside. And on that tackle, looking for that offload to Hing. They'll be pleased with this first 7 minutes of this half.
Well, they started the first half quickly. They've started the second half quickly. And Swansea tried to reel them in at the end of the first half. They've got a big job now, because Cardiff are really starting to cut loose on this brilliant surface made for running rugby.
I wonder if the comms was at half-time as well, Dave, about getting that ball to the edge, the big field. They've got threats out there, there's a lot of space. We've seen that Cardiff move the ball edge to edge in this first 8 minutes of this half. Back in their skill set, back in their catch pass together, and back in their speedsters on the wings.
Well, Hinger's got the try. And of course, we've seen Ali Tromans playing very well. Wonder how many more minutes they'll get. They might be on managed minutes if they are still going to be involved with that Wales 20s camp, as Swansea look to pour a bit of defensive pressure on, but instead it's a high tackle by Lizzie Christie, and it's a penalty advantage here for Cardiff, and the offloading now in contact, a real difference maker. And Lizzie Christie, she's taken a knee. I think she's caught a whack in the face there. In fact, it's a contact lens that is going to be adjusted. It's not, it's just a whack in the face, isn't it? You can already see a little bit of swelling.
Yeah, she's had a whack to her cheekbone there, I think. I don't miss those days, Dave.
No.
When your face gets battered.
Yeah, already, when it's swelling up seconds afterwards.
Yeah, we see it here now.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Just goes high, doesn't she? Head on head. Never nice. Gotta get lower there.
I think that'll be the end of Lizzie Christie's varsity. She's a fresher though. If she stays fit, she'll have plenty more opportunities to play in this great fixture. There's Nat Christopherson, who's lining herself up to be introduced to the game. Another one in her first varsity, a foreign student from the United States, but it's all about Cardiff at the moment.
Troman's frustrated with herself there. See her tap the ball, lost the ball in contact there after that break.
So Cardiff emptying the bench here. We've got Emily Haywood coming on. She wore 17 last year as well. Anna Davis. She played 12 a couple of years ago. She's transitioned to the front row. Neve Roberts, another one with experience, who started on the wing last year. And as expected, it is Eleanor Hing and Ellie Tromans who are coming off. They're on managed minutes, but they've shown their quality today. Two outstanding players, Tromans and Hing.
Yeah, they're brilliant individuals, brilliant players. Pleasure of working with them at Wales under-20s. They're both 1 year out to 20s, but it's an extended squad at the moment with under-23s players in there, Dave. Because in Women's Six Nations this year for under-20s, you're allowed 3 over 20, so under-23s in the squad. So both of them trying to put their hands up for those spots.
Well, fantastic that they were able to find the balance to still be able to play in this really special occasion with their teammates and to make an impact as well. The clearance kick, a first touch then for Laurie Elias, who's filled in at full-back. Oh, good tackle on her. She's another one, been injured all year, worked hard to recover. Played her first game back against the US Naval Academy. What a warm-up fixture that was for Cardiff. And now he's taking the field as a fresher, as a first-year student. Cardiff University are up over halfway, and Swansea just not able to get a foothold in this second half at all. Maybe that turnover will help them out. That's Morgan Meredith who's over the ball. She's put her head where the sun doesn't shine a few times, hasn't she? The Swansea flanker.
Yeah, she's good in that breakdown. Getting over the ball, slowing ball down, turning balls over. She had a couple of turnovers today.
Oh, they missed touch again. It's not a great kick, but it's been knocked on by Della Savini. And Swansea have got away with one there.
They have got away with one. Missed touch from the penalty. Fortunate for Swansea, Cardiff knocked that on. They've got a good attacking position here now. On the 22-metre line. A small edge on the blind side where Swansea have parked 3 attackers down it. Interesting to see, and then loads of space in the open field, therefore.
Well, there's a short blind side. Sort of 12 metres. And Cardiff have got 2 defenders on that blind side now as well. Carolina Thomas is there, but Swansea, 3 attackers in that short channel. So Christopherson on a scrum half, and they've gone up the short side of Swansea. That's still pointing like she wanted it, but it's been stolen by Carolina Thomas. Good offload. Finds Senak to Halstead, and Halstead marches forward, taking Beth Rawlins on the ride with her. Another turnover penalty. Swansea improving at the breakdown, but not really able to dominate the attack. It's all about the Cardiff defence there.
Yeah, Meg Fisher, the skipper there, over the ball, good turnover. Went down the blind of that scrum. Probably maybe one too many people down there, therefore it took 3 defenders over there, not leaving much space. 12 metres like you mentioned, Dave. 12 metres, 4 players. That means there's 3-4 defenders in that space as well.
9. Are you in or out?
So Amy Kuehl still out there. Matt Christopherson waits. She's the new scrum half. Under pressure immediately from Della Savina. Swansea on the ball, crashed up by Izzy Evans. Good work by Senak in defence. Usually scrum half's no more than a speed bump, but got stuck in there. And Swansea stuck in that short side, tipped on, Stowe. Need to get her into some space, but instead she's just bundled into touch. And they've used her twice now as that short side option.
Yeah, she's the go-to player, isn't she, at the moment? With the amount of gain line she has had.
9.
But sometimes difficult in a short space like that with so many defenders. Maybe first receiver needs to engage a little bit more before giving it to her so she can run on to that ball.
Fired in. Good quality line-out ball, and Cardiff can build from their own half, and they've shown they'll run it from anywhere as Fionn James takes that one up, and now Senak, ball's gone backwards, it's loose, it's picked up by Thomas, and Thomas finds Larry Elias. Another tackle by Nikki Harris. And up the short side, go Cardiff, stirs it back. Oh, she's in for try number 4. An unstoppable, deadly finisher. Well, they say she's still learning, but if that's true, then her ceiling is so high. 4 tries for Joss Sturziker, and an outstanding varsity from her.
Switch from netball to rugby this season, Dave. Bet she's glad she made that transition now. 4 tries in a Welsh varsity match in a busy Swansea.com stadium. Not a bad debut, is it? At a varsity game.
She might be new to rugby, but you can just tell she's not new to sport. So physical, just looks so athletic and natural. Now, we say we love goal-kicking back rowers. What about goal-kicking front rowers or second rowers? Because here's Emily Hayward, a converted footballer, with a sweet right peg. 2 more points added. Swansea 12, Cardiff 36.
There's a good nudge, wasn't it? Love seeing diverse forwards, mixing it up. Speaking the other day, actually, about Lana Skelder, who used to be Scotland's goal kicker from hooker, and how many points she has scored for Scotland, and how many of those are off the tee. It happens on the international stage as well.
Very often it's convincing the coach, though, isn't it? You walk out there with your tee and they say, what are you doing with that?
Yeah. Sophie de Goot.
Yes.
Canadian captain. What an athlete and skillful player she is.
Going back to the men's game, when I was young, it was John Eales, the old Australian lock. He was the goal kicker as well. But if you get the 2 points or the 3 points, who cares about the number on your back? Lovely strike by Hayward. Cardiff starting to pull away now. And Zoe Dare with another good carry. That's Ella Oldfield. It's a loose ball there. Goes backwards though. Christopherson tries to clear out, but she gets short shrift. 18 minutes of the second half gone. Swansea yet to add to their total in this second half, but that ball's been turned over. Meg Fisher. That try just before half time. But it's been turned over again by Cardiff, and then Hayward sends Lily Jones on the way. Good ball by Jones for Zoe. Briella Della Savina adds the finishing touch. 7-8-6. What a score.
Cardiff have come alive this second half, haven't they, Dave? Whatever Owen said at half-time has worked. The confidence in the team is growing. From a turnover, look at this ball movement. Lily Jones taking the space, but then the offload in, the interchanges between the back rowers. The support play on each other's shoulders. They're now thriving in this environment.
We talk about catch, pass and those core skills, but to see 3 back rowers all get their hands on the ball for a try like that, great to see.
Yeah, exactly. We love seeing ball movement. Us as a spectator, as a commentator here today, when teams keep the ball alive, that's the element of the game we love, isn't it? That's the element of excitement. As a forward, I obviously do love a big carry as well, a big physical dominance. The offload in contact, talking to each other, their communication as a 6, 7 and 8 back rowers is massive.
Prior to the game, Owen Smith did say his back row were very balanced. We've seen it there. That first pass from Jones today, absolutely outstanding. 60 minutes gone. Cardiff now in full control. Emily Hayward 2 out of 2 off the tee. I'm sure Ellie Troman will be saying, couldn't you have put a few of those 5 a little bit closer to the poles for me to get the kick?
She'll be having a word with her tonight.
So Swansea get us back underway. Taken by Senak. Senak to her captain, Dare. Holding that in one hand, the confidence to find Oldfield. Oh, still going. Eventually Tomlin brings her down. Cardi, out of the back door, outstanding offloading. That was Rose Halstead. And now Zoe Dare is going to march in. Cardiff rampant.
That's it now, isn't it? They found an end. Carrying hard, offloading, confidence. Swansea are going to have to double up in these tackles. One low, one on ball, stopping that offload. If it's just one-on-one in the tackle, they're going to get that ball away. Swansea need some words of wisdom now. Behind the sticks by the skipper, Meg. Here we see it. Hard carry. And then the offload, fend. Again, inside player. The skipper. There. Back inside. Just the confidence oozing. Swansea going to have to slow down this Cardiff ball and go for ball in the tackle to stop this Cardiff offload game, which is appearing really dangerous now for the Swansea side with 18 minutes left to play.
Haywood. The Cardiff raise the bat. The half-century is up. What was looking like a really good contest at half-time has been all red in this second half. Still 18 minutes to go. They've moved from 19-12 ahead to 50-12 ahead. And now that experience of a tough season at elite level is really starting to show.
Yeah, was it a cagey start by Cardiff? Was it a nervous start? I was impressed with Swansea though in that first half. How they went to their go-to players, how they got over the gain line and took opportunities that were available to them. But Cardiff has seemed to have found another gear or two this second half. He's having a good time, Dave.
Yeah. Must be a mature student.
Time of his life.
To be fair, it's a big tune. And a great occasion as well. But Swansea now, so important that they dig in, because Cardiff, 50 points up, they're going to keep playing. We've seen it's the forwards who are doing the damage, and they're not scared to free the hands now. We've seen some fabulous offloading. Fit, strong players just attacking the line, and here they go again. Swansea have rung the changes. Can they get a turnover? Yeah, they can. And that is one area of the game where they've actually been excellent, is at the breakdown, but turnovers like London buses, and it's back in Cardiff hands. Is that forward? It was off White first. So a set piece here for Cardiff to play with. Big test of character this. You've played and coached a lot of rugby over the years, and you've been on teams that are winning by scores like this and teams that are losing by scores like this. And when you know you've got 15 minutes to go, nobody rolls over on purpose, but sometimes it just happens. But for this Swansea team now, really important to dig in and give a good representation of themselves.
Spot on, Dave. You know, it's important that you leave a good lasting impression, your last memory, you know, for these girls as well. Could be the last 15 minutes they play for Swansea University. You want to finish on a high, don't you? And obviously the win is probably way too far out of their reach now, but finish on a high today, enjoy this last 15 minutes and go out there and get something out of it.
Well, Cardiff are certainly enjoying this last 15 minutes as Laurie Elias marches into the Swansea half, but Swansea another turnover penalty, and it's Morgan Meredith again.
She's been great over the ball today, hasn't she? Morgan Meredith and Meg Fisher in Swansea's back row, done exceptionally well over the ball. You can see the Cardiff skipper there, Zoe Dare, asking the referee, is she supporting her own body weight there? And Amber said she was happy, she was. That's good leadership, you know, sometimes it's good to get into the referee's ears and just plant a little bit of an idea in their minds.
Well, we're going to have a look now, aren't we? Oh, there's a big clash of heads there between the two Swansea defenders, one trailing, one tackling, but they're both back on their feet.
Yeah, look nasty that.
Unfortunate rugby incident. Here's Leah Rogers. She's on to replace Amy Kuehl. the bench last year as well, a hooker. In fact, she's on the bench, or coming off the bench for the 3rd year in a row in this fixture. But Cardiff just rampant, the offloading, absolutely outstanding. What a brilliant ball! And it's just behind Carolina Thomas, and a little knock-on of Caddy Williams. But what a pass out of the tackle!
That was a great play, wasn't it, by Cardiff? You can see the confidence in this side now. The ball movement, sometimes it doesn't matter if it goes to floor, Dave, you're getting the ball to space. Sometimes that bounce pass is hard to defend. Great feet, good footwork, fend. Getting through, leg drive. Offload. Offload doesn't quite go to hand. Unfortunately, she trips up and knocks the ball on. But the desire to get the ball into space.
There's Joss Sturziker, she's been replaced. Give someone else a chance after her 4 tries. What a performance in her first varsity.
Outstanding performance.
Oh, and a little knock on at the base there from that Christopherson. She's going to put her hands on it, and the scrums move forward, and they've taken it from her.
Gets back to Cardiff. You don't want to really give them this attacking opportunity on the 22. Small side of attack and then a big open field.
So it's just Neve Roberts on the short side. She's dangerous. She started on the left wing last year. In fact, she scored in the game last year. Eva Lewis has moved from 10 to 9, and there's a big gap here for Lily Jones, and the offload doesn't go to hand, but there is Eva Lewis. Lewis finds Hay. It's another attempt at the turnover. Roisin Webb gets her hands off it. Zoe Dare. Dare tackled by Christopherson. Then Lewis. She's got Hay waiting at first receiver. Hay. Bodies outside her, lovely tip out of the back for Caddy Williams. Williams to Neve Roberts. Neve Roberts for the corner. Scores in the Varsity for the 2nd year in a row. And Cardiff in cruise control.
Nice play by Cardiff. Attach backs, playing out the back, playing into space. Making the game look simple. There you see, out the back. And then into the wide channel. Swansea really tight in defence, giving them that opportunity to play out the back from Emily Hayward. And well taken try by Neve Roberts. Good pass into space, gas on the edge. That far out, no one can stop her.
9 tries for Cardiff. Emily Hayward. She's 2 from 2. Oh, she's 3 from 3. What a nudge.
Great nudge by Emily Hayward. Footballing background, you said, Dave. They nailed that. That was right from the edge. Want to see some testing Swansea's character here. 10 minutes left to play. Can they get on the scoreboard again? Need to suffocate this Cardiff attack a little bit more.
Who are absolutely relentless. Deep kick-off, Cardiff. Just feels like there are more of them on the field at the moment, oozing confidence and quality, and Zoe Dare leading that. Ellie Jealous, wearing 22. She's come on for her first varsity experience, and she's making the tackle there. And this has been an outstanding second half from Cardiff, but another turnover, this time Cardiff off their feet. I think there's a bit of cup final cramp going on down there at the moment.
I was going to say, the skipper, Meg Fisher, is down. Looks like it's cramp.
been involved in the extended squad as well, within the Wills under 20s. Straight up from the cramp, taking the kick to the touch.
So Liv Price has come back on, cramp replacement, as Cardiff go in search of more. Another strong carry. Oh, lovely take again. But the touchline never misses a tackle, and Caddy Williams is bundled in. Some more changes for Swansea as well. Martha Evans, Amy Kuehl return into the field. Morgan Meredith and Sydney Chumley coming off. So that'll see Amy Kuehl going into the back row for the last couple of minutes. Overthrown straight into the hands of Rose Halstead. Halstead frees the hands, and that's something Cardiff have done so well. That is something they've not done quite so well, and that's Lily Jones with the knock on. Just a reminder of what is coming up in the coming weeks. On Rugby Pow, plenty of rugby for you to get stuck into. The road to the Cup Finals. Of course, the Cup Finals, the Women's Cup Finals, on the 27th at the stadium. All of the games live. You involved with that one, Siwan?
Italy game first, Wales, Italy.
Of course. Sorry, I forgot you were big time. I forgot.
Not that big time, but massive game for the girls the weekend. Not obviously the 6 nations they would have hoped for, so a massive game to hopefully get out of that wooden spoon spot and ensure their place in not WXV3.
And then, of course, 6:15 local time for a 6:30 kickoff. It's the men's Welsh Varsity, Swansea versus Cardiff on this very pitch, and we hope that you'll join us for that one as Cardiff going again. Another fantastic ball finds Elias, but it is loose, picked up by Thomas and brought on by Fionn James. As Cardiff out of the sunshine towards the shadows goes Zoe Deer.
First one.
Tough second half for Swansea.
Really tough second half. You can see their body language now. Hands on hips, head down. This is not how they would have wanted to have ended the season, or some of them ended their time in the green and white Swansea shirt. But some promising stuff that first half, and their confidence was high. But Cardiff have seemed to have found another level, another gear. Keeping the ball alive, offloading. Clinical execution on the edge. Swansea just struggling to get a bit more of momentum this second half.
36 unanswered points in the second half. Swansea through Meg Fisher inside their own half. Need an exit, need something. Need Amber Stamp to get out of the way. Towards the final 5 minutes, big clear out by Ella Oldfield, but from the side, says the referee. Swansea not relying on the set piece this time. They are tapping, they're going, they're keeping this ball alive. Give us something to hold on to. They knew it was going to be a big ask coming into this game. This Cardiff programme just continuing to move forward. It's going to be another varsity victory for them as they look forward to another season in the Women's National League. Of course, plenty of players on both sides of the ball involved with the Celtic Challenge as well that will continue to grow. In fact, there's going to be even more games next season, isn't there, Siwan, as they start to think about home and away. However, talk about that when the ball goes dead. But with this Cardiff team, there's no sign of that happening. Another lovely ball to Niamh Roberts. And Niamh Roberts is quick and slippery. She is tackled. Carolina Thomas yet to get on the score sheet, which is very much an anomaly when it comes to varsity rugby. Lovely offload, great strength. Anna Davis over for Cardiff.
So hard for Swansea when Cardiff are keeping the ball alive like that. But another well-taken try, offloading rugby at its finest. Anna Davis, that leg drive as well, to get over the line. Here we are, we see Cardiff move the ball. Niamh Roberts doing really well, footwork in and out, staying in the fight. And we see the 10 playing 9 like you spoke about earlier, Dave, that offloading game then from the replacements. And Anna Davis getting over.
Well, they've not missed a kick yet. 4 from 4. Serious numbers from the tee. Oh, 5 from 5. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. 5 attempts, 5 conversions.
Definitely got their kicking boots on today, haven't they? Cardiff dominated this second half. Done exceptionally well.
10 tries in total for Cardiff. And they lead Swansea 64 points to 12. And maybe they're not done yet. Oh, Niamh Roberts, great strength. She's diminutive, but she is tough. Was she high tackled there? Amber Stamp says no. Now Halstead, another lovely offload to Emily Hay, still out there. Hay to Fionn James, playing with reckless abandon, Cardiff, and it's a joy to watch. Della Savina! That bouncing ball picked up off the toes. Meg Bates over it, can't get there. Eva Lewis sends them on their way again. Emily Hay with the tummy, what a tackle. It's Nikki Harris again, who has been a real shining light in defence for Swansea, which, given they've conceded 10 tries, is no mean feat. She has been seriously tough. For Cardiff, going in search of try number 11. Another turnover penalty. And there is your Seren again, your star of the match. Josh Sturziker in her first varsity, her first season playing rugby. A natural finisher, 4 tries. What an introduction to rugby at this level. Well, she looks shocked, but she must be the only one who is, because she has been something else. There's a knock on there off Cardiff. But this will be the final play. Last chance for Swansea to get something on the board in this second half. The feed is good. Swansea got a long way to go. The clock goes red. Christopherson, good carry, looking for the offload and finds it. Swansea got a little bit of space over on the edge if they can get the ball there in time. Here's Nikki Harris. Harris inside, tackled by Dare, can't get the offload. Roberts is straight over it. Roberts is told to leave it. Can't end the game on a penalty. Swansea go again. Another good tackle. Carried forward by Abby Bradley. Again, Cardiff over it. Fionn James off her feet. Cardiff do not want to concede this ball at all, do they? They want to keep Swansea scoreless in this second half.
Use it.
They had their moments in the first, but there's only really been one winner throughout. Meg Fisher, it's a little bit isolated. Oh, brilliant turnover. Outstanding. Laurie Elias. And those replacements are getting ready to leave this bench and celebrate with their teammates, but maybe Cardiff not done yet. Eva Lewis could kick this out and end the game, but instead they want more. Zoe Day, the offload good to Emily Hay. Emily Hay! Well, she won't get around Nikki Harris, but she will offload to Rose Halstead. Halstead to Carolina Thomas, who scores her customary Varsity try. She is inevitable. And in this rivalry as it stands, Cardiff are also inevitable. 11 tries. A phenomenal performance from this Cardiff team. And the Varsity veteran Carolina Thomas leaves it till late, but gets another score as the Varsity trophy is heading back to the capital. And Emily Hayward to go 6 from 6. They've been perfect from the tee. And Cardiff have been pretty much perfect in this second half. That is what success looks like. A full squad effort at the end of a brilliant season. Just the beginning for the likes of Sturziker and Tromans. The end for many more in the squad. A special memory that'll live with them for their entire careers, rugby and beyond. For Swansea today, it was all about putting together what they'd improved on this season, and despite the score, there certainly have been. The end of an era for these two groups, and it finishes Swansea 12, Cardiff 71.
Dipyn o ganlyniad I Gaerdydd. Siwan, oedd Gaerdydd jyst yn rhy grin y diwedd?
Ie, oedd Gaerdydd yn rhy gryf, ail hanner, dath nhw allan a symud y bêl yn arbennig o dda, ond darlwytho'r bêl hefyd, ac o'n nhw'n rhy gryf I Abertawe draw man yn ywedig yn ail hanner. Oedd rhaid I Abertawe roi dwy yn y tacl, ond oedd y bêl yn rydd I Caerdydd chwarae.
A gobeithio, Elin, o'r goni glwad gan Seren y Gem yn munud Jocelyn Sturzaker am berfformiad gen I 4 cais, a oedd hi jyst yn rhedeg o bob man.
Oedd hi'n anhygoel, mae dy hi cyflymder a pŵer a cryfder, a mae'r cyfuniad yna yn anodd iawn I stopo. Nath Caerdydd yn dda iawn I gael y pêl iddi mewn gwagle, a wedyn nath hi swyddi sef gorffen y ceisiadau.
Ond ddim jyst hi, Rhys, oedd wrthi o ran Caerdydd, nac hi oedd yr olwyr I gyd yn rhedeg yn greu ar ryw pwynt yn y gem.
Ie, yn olwyr hanner cyntaf, na ail hanner, chymod y blaenwyr I gyd, oedd pawb sy'n dadwytho'r bêl, pawb yn moyn ymosod y bobman, felly o'n i'n impressed iawn gyda Caerdydd hyn. A pob cwrdd I Abertawe, wedi hanner cyntaf, gymaint o ymdrech, ond oedd Caerdydd lot well hyn.
Oedd yn wir. Reit, mae Jocelyn Sturzaker yn dod I ymuno â ni rwan yn y studio. Jocelyn, a huge congratulations. You were picked by Eleanor as a star of the match, or player of the match this afternoon. How did you enjoy that game?
Amazing. That was just
so much fun. I just can't believe it. It went so quickly, but yeah, absolutely loved it.
Yeah, and scoring 4 tries, you make it look easy.
It's more than I've scored in the season, so I'm feeling really, really chuffed.
And am I right in saying you moved from netball this season? This is your first season ever playing rugby?
Yes, it is. Yeah. I played net before, moved to rugby this season, and it's just so much fun.
What was your netball position?
Goal defence. Yeah.
How do you find rugby compared to netball then?
Obviously a lot more contact, but just a lot. It's just so exciting, and the team are amazing, and yeah, just so much fun.
Celebrations tonight, going to enjoy yourself, I'm sure?
Yeah, definitely. We're all going out to student union, so yeah, should be really good.
Well, I'll let you go and celebrate. Congratulations, enjoy the win.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you. Ia, dipyn o ymdrech yn dydi. Siwan i fod yn chwarae pêl-rwyd, a rioed i chwarae rygbi tan tymor yma.
Ie, mae'n athletic na gwy, a wedi cymryd i cyfleoedd yn arbennig o dda. Fi moyn gofyn iddi, os Cymraeg yn ddi, oherwydd oedd hi'n arbennig o dda heddi, a fi moyn dweud, are you Welsh?
Nawn ni ofyn iddi wedi'r gêm. Mae'na ddigon o emosiwn gan dîm Caerdydd. Mae'n dangos Elen o'r faint mae'r fuddugoliaeth yma'n olygu iddyn nhw.
Ydy, mae Varsity yn digwyddiad sy'n meddwl bach mwy na gemau arall yn y tymor. Mae nhw just... Mae yna edge gwahanol iddo fe. Mae teuluoedd nhw a ffrindiau nhw gyd yma yn cefnogi nhw. Felly, ie, chi wedi gweld bod e'n meddwl lot i'r merched. I falle cwbl o'r merched, gêm ola nhw i Gaerdydd bydd e.
Ie, a mae'r sŵn yn codi yma yn y Swansea.com achos mae yna gêm arall i ddod, ond mae'n amser i wobryo y tîm buddigol y gêm y merched. Nôl yn ni at i tîm mas Celebrity, English Language Commentary with Dave Rogers a Owain Gwynedd sy'n tywys chi yn y Gymraeg.
To the winners, the spoils. A special occasion, a special game, and despite the lopsided score, a special contest as well. But now it's time for the presentation. Thanks to Zoe, they dared to be great. The Varsity champions in 2024 are Cardiff. Their journey will continue, but it is all about today, it is all about tonight, and it's all about that team. One final time, and their biggest prize. 11 tries in Swansea. Sensational. What an output for rugby at this level, for the quality of the players, for the entertainment they bring, and for the memories they make. Cardiff are the Varsity champions in 2024.
Llongyfarchiadau enfawr i dîm Prifysgol Caerdydd sydd wedi ennill y Varsity flwyddyn yma ac Siwan wedi sgorio digonedd o geisiau na 13 cais i gyd yn y gêm na a'r rhan fwyaf yn nhw i Gaerdydd.
Ie, o'r Caerdydd yn arbennig yn yr ail hanner. Fi'n credu, o fi'n moyn gwybod beth oedd Owen wedi dweud hanner amser i'r ferched. Fi'n credu cymryd y bel i'r gwagler a'r dolwytho'r bel a Nick Caerdydd hynny yn yr ail hanner a nhw wedi cael y rewards o wneud hynny a maen nhw'n heiddi y canlyniad heno.
Yndi, mae'r sŵn yn codi Elinor achos mae yna un gêm arall i ddod. Mae Varsity yn dipyn o achlysur ac bydd o'n y dynion dwi'n siŵr yn edrych ymlaen i chwarae Len y Dor yma hefyd.
Ie, chi teimlo'r egni yn dechrau dod o'r dorf. Mae yna gymaint o sŵn fan hyn, a mae fe jyst yn profiad anhygoel i chwarae gyda'r dorf fel hwn. Chi ar y cae, chi methu clywed beth chi'n gweud wrth eich gilydd, so mae fe'n mynd i fod yn brofiad wahanol iawn i'r chwaraewyr yma.
Yndi, Rhys, o ran y gêm sydd i ddod, a mae hwnna'n mynd i fod yn fyw am Fforte wedi 6, Caerdydd yn erbyn Abertawe, di gêm agos y llynedd, sy'n edrych ymlaen at hwnna?
Ydw i edrych ymlaen, achos mae y safon y gêm na'n briliant, a fi'n siŵr bydd y safon y gêm nesaf yn wych fyd, felly fi'n gwybod bod chwaraewyr proffesiynol o hen proffesiynol yn ffordd i'r ddoi tîm, felly fi'n siarad i nhw, mae'r ddoi nhw'n credu mewn i ennill fyd, so fi'n credu bydd e'n gêm arbennig.
Ie, gawn ni weld, mae honna ar ei ffordd. Cofiwch y dynion am chwarter wedi 6 yn fyw ar S4C Click, Facebook ac YouTube, a wedyn fe allwch chi weld uchelbwyntiau y ddwy gêm, y merched a'r dynion nos fory ar S4C am 9:45. Sut fydd yr merched yma yn dathlu wan, Siwan? Dwi'n cwestiwn gwirion oedd yn amlwg sy'n mynd i fod yn dathlu?
O, fi'n credu bydden nhw'n cael noson dda heno, dyna gyd fi'n mynd i dweud, ond maen nhw heiddi fe, maen nhw wedi bod yn prifysgol, rai o'r ferchyn yma 3-4 blwyddyn, a wedyn falle gêm olaf i'r chwarae yn y coch neu y gwyrdd, ac bydden nhw'n enjoyo cwmni ei gilydd hyn o'r, ac fi'n credu bydd lot o meddwi yn mynd ymlaen.
Maen nhw hefyd wedi heiddi, maen nhw wedi cael tymor eitha, maen nhw wedi cael challenge her tymor yma, ond un gêm maen nhw wedi ennill yn y gyngrair, felly bydd e'n really neis iddyn nhw allu ennill gêm yn y ffordd nath nhw, a really dathlu hwnna.
Ie, diolch yn fawr iawn i'r tri o'n chi am y tro. Cofiwch ma yna un gêm arall ar y ffordd. Gêm y dynion rhwng Abertawe a Chaerdydd. Honna yn fyw am chwarter wedi 6, ond pnawn llwyddiannus i Gaerdydd hyd yma. 13 cais yng ngêm y merched. Sgwni faint gawn ni yng ngêm y dynion. Welwn i chi ar gyfer hwnna yn y man. Hwyl am y tro.